So, I mean, the rest of what I'm about to do now is just about the sort of stuff that you're used to seeing, which is the, just being able to use these names here stored in the col as, um, to play them back. There you go. It took me a while to say that. So then I'm going to make me a, hello? Oh yes, I'm locked. I'm going to make me an easy DAC. I love the easy DAC, and I'm going to hook this up, and I'm going to get, when I get something out of the col, I guess I'm going to hit the message 1, and that'll start the playback. And I guess the other thing I need is the name, which we can use prepend. We're going to have to open, if you remember anything about SF Play, you need to open a file. And that comes in there, that goes in there, and I suppose we could just, since we look in the col, there's 30 objects in there. I suppose you know that you had to find a folder with sound files in it, and however many items you have in your col, or however many sound files you had in your folder, is going to be what you want there. And I'll just stick in a random with a button so I can get it to play back something. And if you're like me, well, actually, not if you're like me, if you're following this tutorial, which I guess you are, or you wouldn't know that or maybe you think you're dreaming or something. SF Play, extra arguments for message open, can't find file called symbol, no open file. That no open file came when we triggered the 1. There's a little bit of a weirdness that happens with a lot of symbols, is that they need to, I mean, if we took a print here, let's just make a new object, print, see what's coming out of this col. Again, drop my folder on there, here's my folder, and if we see what the print says, what does the print say? Oh yeah, that's right, I didn't need to do that part. Now I probably have 60 of these. Yep. Yeah, all I meant to do was to hit this random, and we'll see that Mac's Windows now telling us that what comes out of that col is symbol followed by the name of the file. There's a few ways we could go around getting rid of that symbol message off the start of it. The way I'm going to do it is use a route symbol. That'll get rid of that. You probably know that route gets rid of whatever the first element in a list is, and outputs the second element in the list. So now, all being fine and groovy, that should work. Oh yeah, that's right. It's not going to work until we save it in that folder, so let's go ahead and save this patch in the folder where the where am I? Here. I am writing an email. That's where I decided to get my samples from. I think this is a piece that I was writing that I didn't write, so I can use it as a kind of junk audio file folder, and I'll call this Script Delicious. It took a while. Okay, so now this is in the same place as the files. We're going to say it works, alright. Believe, oh, I don't need to do that again. I keep on trying to do that, and now if I hit this button with the random, let's see, I can get rid of all my messages by selecting all and hitting delete. And am I still getting an error message? Come on! This should know where they are. It's saying it can't find the file. Interesting. This is where you really should prepare your tutorials before you do them. Why can't it find these files? Anyway, sometimes I just revert to doing a little bit of close it down and open it up again, just to see. That might be all it needs, right? Oops, yeah, okay. So we do need to drop the folder in there, and then hopefully you hit that random and play this, turn this DAC on, and Perfect! I mean, I could make this thing automate actually, so that the bang that happens when it's done playing could trigger the next one. And I can stop this thing by disconnecting that. That's perfect. Alright, I'm still getting some doink. Where is that coming from? Interesting. Alright, so that's just half of the tutorial, so if that was about as much excitement as you can handle, you can tune out. The next half I'm going to do this scripting to make some buffers. So I'm going to make a new object to start with for a subpatcher. I'm going to make a subpatcher called, I don't know, buffer, not berry, buffer maker. Oh, yeah, that's a great name. Alright, so buffer maker is going to have an inlet to start with. And what else is it going to have? I've got to go back to my cheats. Alright, so let me see here. This is going to have, we're going to use an object in here at the very end of this world called this patcher. So I'll make a new object, this patcher. And let's have a quick look at the help on this patcher. Right click it and open up the this patcher help. There's a couple of things in here that could be useful. For example, if you look at the scripting, you make a script that will create a new object, and in this case a number object, and more scripting. What else can you do? You can move your objects around. That's perfect. One thing that's kind of, in the future, I think it would be interesting to have this whole scripting thing. You could do sort of, automatic coding or automatic programming using this kind of thing. So you could have a max patch that you just open it up and it just makes itself, which if anyone can make that happen, even something simple, I think we should maybe have a competition who can make the most interesting automatic patcher. Alright, so yeah, you can generate new objects or do whatever. I haven't found this way of doing things that's demonstrated or talked about in the help. I haven't found this to be entirely useful for the purposes that I'm going to demonstrate today. Yes, that's all very good. Some of the things, actually, even in the opening of my videos, I use this dispose thing that when I am done playing my cheesy intro music video, I hit the dispose button and that patch closes. So you can do all sorts of stuff in here. Dispatcher, kind of useful. Yeah, I mean, why not, eh? So any kind of automation of patches, windows that you want to do. Front is kind of useful to bring the patcher to the front if you have multiple patches. Alright, quit talking and get on with it. So this patcher, we're going to write something that will make a script. So we know what we want coming in here is the names of our files, and so we'll just stick that symbol into there. And again, we'll use a counter, I suppose. The counter in this case, well, which way do we go here? Let's try writing the script. I'm going to use a sprintf to compile the script here. And the scripts, as you probably noticed in the dispatcher help, all start with the word script. And I'm going to make a new, which is different from the new object shown in the scripting examples on dispatcher. And I'm going to give it a variable number. Each object you make can have a variable number, which means you can actually destroy the objects too, which would be really good for this automated programming example that someone's going to email me and blow my mind with.